From the hangar in Lancaster, California, I'm Jacobo.
And I'm Brianna. This week in our city, we bring you exclusive coverage of the Superbloom ribbon cutting ceremony celebrating the Boulevard's latest public art installation. A highlight of the cooling centers in the city that helps residents beat the heat this summer. A recap of National Night Out, which brings law enforcement and the community together. And the groundbreaking of Ave J's Freeway Interchange project.
Followed by the perfect summer getaway for your child, Camp Ahoy. A guide to 3 top tourist destinations here in the city, coverage of the newly opened Gonzalez Meat Market, and a visit to Buckle and Boots, the Boulevard's country bar and live music venue.
Lancaster's downtown district welcomed a burst of color and community engagement with the ribbon-cutting ceremony for its latest public art installation, Superbloom, by acclaimed artist Joseph O'Connell. The new public artwork is part of the City of Lancaster's Art in Public Places Plan, a policy designed to beautify and enrich Lancaster's communal spaces. Inspired by the iconic California wildflowers that bloom in the Antelope Valley during the warmer months of the year, the piece features colorful stained glass windows that project their vibrant colors onto the ground as the sunlight shines through them. The glass discs are attached to large aluminum rods, materials intentionally selected by the artist to pay homage to the ongoing legacy of the aerospace industry in the region. The Museum of Art and History's director, Andy Campagnoni, gave a heartfelt speech as she reminisced on the long-standing relationship between O'Connell and the MOA, expressing joy to finally showcase the artist's work for the local community to engage with. Lancaster's council members Daryl Doris and Ken Mann also took to the podium, sharing their thoughts on the piece as they talked about the impact that the Superbloom will have on our community. Councilmember Doris spoke with L28's Angel Stephenson about what he thinks the Superbloom represents here in our city and how the new public artwork will contribute to Lancaster's appeal as an artistic hub in the Antelope Valley. He ends the following interview with a warm message to the community. Let's take a look.
I think the Superbloom represents our community. It's vibrant, it's radiant. We have multiple cultures here. We have multiple people here. We have multiple ideas and identities. So I think this is the perfect representation of what this community represents, from aerospace all the way to creativity. The way that the artist Joseph did this is just phenomenal. And I encourage everyone, don't just drive by it, but walk by, come and read the plaque of what it represents and what was his inspiration. And I think they'll be pleasantly surprised, especially the way that the sun hits it and it hits on the ground, the shadows. I think it's just wonderful. So.
That's awesome. And how do you think the Superbloom art installation is going to maintain Lancaster's reputation as a creative and artistic hub here in the Antelope Valley?
Well, you said it. It's creativity. I mean, who comes up with this? And the way that he mixed machining and aerospace and our poppies and our color, our vibrancy, our collective eclectiveness, it's amazing how the artist just captured. I was talking to Joseph and he said he walked up and down the boulevard to get inspiration. So it showed with just the different complexities that you see here and how it just shows, and the colors and the way that it came out. I think it shows what he encapsulated with this art. I think people need, again, when they're walking up and down the boulevard, it's something to just come think. That's what art does. It makes you think, it makes you ponder, it makes you put yourself in the art piece and just say, okay, I see what he was thinking, but this is what it makes me feel like, so.
Representatives from the office of Congressman Mike Garcia, Senator Scott Wilk, and LA County Supervisor Catherine Barger were also in attendance to see the unveiling of Joseph O'Connell's new installation and present him with certificates to recognize his efforts and commemorate the occasion. As the sun beamed down and cast vibrant shadows of colors onto the sidewalk, the moment that everyone had been waiting for had finally arrived, the ribbon cutting. Guests in attendance gathered around in excitement as Joseph O'Connell, along with council members and the director of MOA, lined up to cut the blue ribbon and officially welcome the Superbloom to its new home. Residents and visitors to our city are encouraged to take a trip down to the southwest corner of 10th Street West and Lancaster Boulevard to experience the Superbloom's vibrant colors for themselves. To keep up with all the latest art, news, and happenings in Lancaster, visit the MOA's website, lancastermoa.org, or give them a follow on Instagram @MOA Lancaster.
Brianna, didn't you have the chance to attend the event? How was it?
Yeah, it was beautiful. Of course, it was really hot outside, right?
It's always hot.
Exactly, but it was in the morning. It was extremely fun, and we had a really good turnout, and that was awesome because, with this year having the actual Superbloom that occurred, right? Lots of rain, and then seeing the beautiful wildflowers come into bloom. It was amazing to see the city kind of come together to commemorate this. And then, of course, Joseph O'Connell's work here was so beautiful, and it's going to be a new staple in Lancaster, I think.
Yeah, and I think it's like a permanent Superbloom right
Yep,
here on
exactly,
the boulevard. So
yep.
it's really cool. Yeah.
I love it, exactly.
As the summer sun continues to bear down on our city, it's essential to find ways to cool amidst the heat waves. Thankfully, the city of Lancaster has stepped up to ensure the safety and comfort of its community this summer. Let's dive in and discover how the city is playing a crucial role in helping Lancaster beat the heat.
The city of Lancaster is taking proactive measures to help its residents beat the heat during this summer's heat waves. With temperatures on the rise, staying cool isn't just a matter of comfort, but a matter of public health and safety. That's why the city of Lancaster has established cooling centers throughout the area. These centers, just like the one here at the Lancaster Public Library, offer citizens a much-needed cool space and respite from the blistering heat. Inside these cooling centers, residents have access to a range of amenities, ensuring that everyone can find relief from triple-digit temperatures. This is especially crucial for vulnerable populations, including the elderly, those with pre-existing health conditions, and individuals with limited access to cooling resources. I had the chance to speak with John Falcons, the dedicated coordinator of emergency management for the city of Lancaster. He emphasized the resources available, the role these cooling centers play in protecting our community, and shares some strategies for beating the heat.
The way we've spread word to our community is through our social media platforms, so keep a lookout for that. We also utilize Nixle, which is a community mass notification, to spread the word. Yeah, just getting the word out where cooling centers are. And we have 3 that are always operating and open during normal business hours. That is our Antelope Valley Senior Center, the George Lane Park, and the Lancaster Library. We'll have tables and chairs set up. We'll have the AC running. We encourage everyone to bring their favorite non-alcoholic beverage, their favorite snack, board game, and maybe a deck of cards if you're going to be utilizing the space for any amount of time. Some additional strategies to beat the heat are to avoid physical activity, especially during the hottest parts of the day, which are typically 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Drink plenty of water. Check on some of your neighbors when we are in a heat warning. And we also like to mention our open swim hours at our local pools and utilize our splash pad, which is at Sierra Bonita Park. If you have any questions, feel free to contact our public safety department and utilize those cooling centers. They're there for you guys.
As we continue to face changing climate patterns and the possibility of more frequent heat waves, the city of Lancaster is standing firm in its commitment to keeping its residents safe and cool. So if you or someone you know needs a place to beat the heat this summer, head over to one of these cooling centers. From the city of Lancaster, Ryan Michael, L28 News.
Thank you to Ryan for that interesting segment.
Yeah, that was really interesting. And it's awesome to see that the city of Lancaster, of course, has invested their money, their energy, and their time into ensuring that the citizens have a safe place to go to beat the heat.
No, definitely. I mean, especially as it starts to get even hotter during these heat waves, I think it's essential that people need somewhere to like get away.
Yep,
you know?
Absolutely.
It could be dangerous. So, yeah, utilize one of these cooling centers if you need to do so.
Yep.
Don't go anywhere. When we return from the break, we'll be covering Lancaster's National Night Out event that connects the community with their local law enforcement in a fun and engaging atmosphere, followed by the groundbreaking of Ave J's freeway interchange project that will help residents get to where they're going faster and more efficiently.
Welcome back to L28. This next segment will be focusing on Lancaster's community building event, National Night Out, which took place on August 3rd. Afterwards, we'll stop by the groundbreaking of Ave J's new freeway on-ramp and off-ramp, a project that will soon transform your daily commuting experience in and around the city. On August 3rd, the City of Lancaster's annual National Night Out event brought together residents, law enforcement, and local leaders. This tradition, aimed at fostering police-community partnership and neighborhood solidarity, provided an unforgettable evening of fun and meaningful interactions for all who attended. Utilizing the lively stretch of Lancaster Boulevard, the event offered a chance for citizens to interact with their local law enforcement officers in a relaxed and enjoyable atmosphere. This year's event saw a variety of engaging activities, from live music performances and games for families to informative booths showcasing crime prevention strategies and awareness campaigns. Upon arrival at the event, attendees received a vendor bingo card, helping them to explore various local vendors and learn more about the community's offerings. Using their vendor bingo card, participants entered an exciting raffle for a chance to win a swag bag filled with exclusive goodies. Families stopped by the Lancaster Public Safety booth for a ticket to enter a heartwarming giveaway, which provided a chance for some lucky kids to receive a brand new bicycle. In addition to the fun and entertainment, the event featured booths hosted by representatives from LA County Sheriff's Department, LA County Fire Department, CHP, Lancaster's Public Safety Department, and local nonprofit agencies. Local organizations and law enforcement agencies provided educational resources and invited residents to explore law enforcement vehicles and equipment up close and gain valuable insights into the community's safety measures. L28's Angel Stephenson discussed the significance of the event with several public officials in attendance. Mayor Paris highlighted the significance of National Night Out in strengthening police-community partnership and promoting neighborhood solidarity. We'll also hear from Deputy Mayor Sean Cannon, who shared insights with L28 about the city's efforts to engage the community beyond National Night Out. Director of Public Safety Rod Armelin, who highlighted the role of the community in crime prevention, and Assemblyman Tom Lackey, who spoke about the positive impact National Night Out has on fostering trust between law enforcement and residents.
Why do you feel it's important for the city of Lancaster and its residents to have events like National Night Out?
Well, I think anytime the community could come together and do fun things, it improves everything. It improves people's home life, it improves the city life, and the more we're connected to each other, the more likely we are to thrive.
How do you feel events like National Night Out help foster the police-community partnership and further solidify neighborhood solidarity for its residents in Lancaster?
Usually what I find is conflict is generated from an inability to communicate with each other. So the more we break those barriers, I think the better everything gets.
Public safety is more than just about enforcing our laws. It's about really getting to know the community. They're out here talking to folks, making sure that you know who it is behind the badge. That's one of the most positive things about this community, is that we know who is policing our community. Events like National Night Out are just the tip of the iceberg. There are so many other opportunities that you could take to get involved in public safety in your community. So check out the city's website, find out how you can be more involved in public safety.
Citizens of Lancaster, these are your city employees who work so hard to keep you safe, to address some of the issues in the community. And I am blessed to have an incredible team working for me. And this is really the reason why. National Night Out is really about what it takes to keep the community safe. And that's a partnership between us and you, so that we can work together to keep this city as safe as possible. And that's really why it's important that we have these types of events.
How does National Night Out sort of align with community policing strategies that you guys are implementing here in the community?
So community policing is probably the most important thing in law enforcement, and I can profess to that because I'm a 35-year law enforcement veteran. And as I mentioned earlier, the partnership between community and law enforcement is essential, and it's essential that we have great relationships. So National Night Out fits right into that. And what I want the city to know, our hybrid policing program, our Lancaster Police Department that we're bringing here, is going to be one that absolutely operates by the edict of community-led policing. We want you to be a part of what we're doing.
One of the ways to build trust is by association. And right now we're struggling a little bit with trust with law enforcement and community. And so this enhances that distrust that's often misplaced. And so anything we can do to enhance the trust between community and law enforcement is a strength to the community.
National Night Out 2023 marked another success in the city of Lancaster's ongoing efforts to build strong relationships between its residents and law enforcement personnel. By promoting dialogue, understanding, and cooperation, the event illustrated how a community can work hand in hand with their dedicated police force to create a safer and more secure environment for all.
In a bid to alleviate traffic congestion while simultaneously enhancing public safety, the city's Public Works Department are set to commence work on the expansion of the Ave J Interchange at the Antelope Valley Freeway State Route 14 as they broke ground on Monday, July 31st. The $28.8 million project, funded by the help of Measure R funds from the City of Lancaster, Caltrans, and the Los Angeles Metropolitan Transportation Authority, aims to bring significant improvements to residents' transportation experience. This comprehensive project includes widening the existing northbound on- and off-ramps, as well as construction of 4 new retaining walls. Additionally, new on- and off-ramps will be built on the south side of Avenue J, effectively enhancing traffic flow and accessibility for all who use the CA14 freeway. The project is expected to not only accommodate the region's extensive growth since the highway's construction back in the 1970s, but also improve overall safety by reducing congestion and enhancing traffic circulation. The groundbreaking ceremony hosted both city and state officials to commemorate the milestone event. At the groundbreaking, Lancaster Public Works Director Marissa Diaz highlighted the significance of the new project. Let's head back to the ceremony to see what she had to say.
As previously mentioned, the purpose of this project is to increase capacity at our interchange. And so with that, we'll be creating a new on-ramp southbound, a new off-ramp going northbound, and we'll be improving circulation on our local streets. It'll also become the gateway to our Lancaster Health District.
Another key speaker was Assemblyman Tom Lackey, who served as a California Highway Patrol officer and serviced the Antelope Valley 14 freeway for nearly 2 decades. During his speech, he emphasized the importance of securing transportation funds for infrastructure improvements and commended city leaders for their collaborative efforts with Caltrans and LA Metro.
It's nice to see a partnership with city leaders doing their part to compete, because I'm telling you, there is stiff competition for all these dollars that are available for infrastructure, because we're behind the power curve in California. And so it's exciting to see that we're getting some funding here for an area where the city has determined there's great need. So we're proud to be a partner, and we look forward not to the construction but to the final result.
Lastly, Godson Okereke, Deputy District Director of Maintenance for Caltrans District 7, emphasized the significance of Avenue J Interchange project, citing its potential to facilitate safe and efficient transportation in the region.
Caltrans is committed to delivering its vision of brighter future for all through a world-class transportation network, and intends to build on its mission of providing safe and reliable transportation network that serves all people and most of all respects the environment. So with that, I would like to acknowledge our staff that worked hard with the City of Lancaster on this project. I'm not sure if they are here today. Osama Megala, who is the PM, Office Chief, and John Lee, who is the project manager.
L28's Brianna Herrera caught up with City Council member Ken Mann to speak about the impact of this project. Let's hear from Councilmember Mann.
Hey, we're breaking ground for the new Avenue J on-ramps and off-ramps. So this is finally going to complete the interchange here, because before we only had a off-ramp for Avenue J and an on-ramp going north. So we'll be able to go both directions. So this is really going to change the traffic on Avenue J and make it much more easier for the citizens of Lancaster.
So what is the impact of something like this? Why is it important?
So this is actually one of about 5 interchanges that we're going to do. Avenue J was scheduled next, and then hopefully right behind it will be Avenue K. We're going to do Avenue M with the city of Palmdale collectively together. So this was a long time coming. So over 11 years ago, both Marvin Crest and myself, sitting on the North County Transit Commission, was able to get Measure R funds for these projects.
And I think this is really going to change the dynamics of the city in general. So currently, when people get ready to either leave or come back home, there's only a couple of on-ramps and off-ramps that are easy to use. This is going to make it so much easier for all the citizens of Lancaster.
Capital Improvements Program Manager Mike Livingston estimates the project to take up to a year to complete with a projected date of sometime in August of 2024. Granite Construction Inc. will be undertaking the construction work. During this period, the Avenue J northbound and southbound on and off ramps will be temporarily closed. Phase 2 of the project will address local street improvements that began in Phase 1, as well as add a northbound off-ramp and a southbound on-ramp at Avenue J, and include other lighting signalization, landscaping, and interchange improvement. The project marks a milestone in the city's ongoing efforts to enhance its transportation infrastructure. With the expected completion of Avenue J interchange expansion, commuters and residents alike can look forward to smoother traffic flow and safer travel experiences in the Antelope Valley region. As always, be sure to stay tuned to L28 News for all your local news coverage.
As someone who's lived, in Lancaster, who has driven around in the city, it's awesome to hear that there are being renovations with Avenue J. It's definitely going to help with the congestion that we see there.
No, I totally agree. I mean, if we could get to where we have to go quicker and more efficiently,
Yep.
I'm all for it. And then not only that, they're also improving the way visually, beautification, so I think that's also important because we kind of mentioned this a lot on L28, but when you look good, you feel good.
Yep, spot on, exactly.
Yep, I'm excited for all the new things coming.
Me too.
When we return from the break, L28 will be stopping by Sergeant Steve Owen Memorial Park for the last week of Camp Ahoy, the summer camp getaway here in the city, followed by coverage of 3 of Lancaster's top tourist destinations perfect for this year's summer season.
Thank you for watching L28. Next up, we'll be taking a look at Lancaster's Camp Ahoy summer camp that has created unforgettable memories and adventures for children and families across the Antelope Valley. Afterwards, we highlight some of the must-see places for visitors or local residents. Let's head to Sergeant Steve Owen Memorial Park, where Jacobo Garrido got the chance to learn more about one of the most popular children's summer camps in Lancaster and the Antelope Valley area, Camp Ahoy.
1, 2, 3.
It's not Chips Ahoy that these kids are excited about, it's Camp Ahoy. And we're here to commemorate the 2023 Camp Ahoy summer season by concluding 8 weeks of fun. The sun is shining and the laughter of excited children fills the air as Camp Ahoy, the summer camp here in Lancaster, welcome young adventurers for a season filled with thrilling excursions and captivating weekly themes. From thrilling trips to renowned amusement parks to creative themed days, Camp Ahoy has become the hottest spot for children seeking unforgettable summer experiences. Throughout the summer, Camp Ahoy has been offering an array of engaging and fun activities, ensuring the campers are entertained and delighted each week. One of the highlights of the camp is the weekly excursions.
We do weekly excursions. We go on really fun trips. For instance, this summer we've been to Six Flags, Medieval Times, Universal Studios. That's just to name a few.
Where kids got the chance to explore exciting destinations. Campers have been treated to an adventure-filled itinerary that will surely be etched into their memories for years to come. Camp Ahoy also had themed days and events that added an extra layer of excitement to their summer experience.
We have weekly themes. We have done TikTok days. We do talent shows. Just something. Tomorrow we are actually having pajama day where the kids get to wear their pajamas. We're going to have movies and popcorn. So every week, every day is a different adventure. We have Water Wednesdays where they get to play on Wednesdays. Our trips are every Thursday, ladies? Yes. These are our cute shirts we wear. We wear these every time we go on a trip so everyone knows we came from the city of Lancaster. As you can see, our Lancaster shirt, this is an old camp shirt. Every year we change them up so everyone will know we do a different theme every year.
Camp Ahoy has become a sensation, drawing young campers from all over the Antelope Valley to its colorful and lively grounds. The demand for a spot at Camp Ahoy skyrocketed each week, quickly selling out due to the camp's reputation for delivering an unparalleled summer experience for 8 weeks long. Families from Lancaster, Palmdale, Ports Hill, and beyond have eagerly registered their children to join the camp's joyful community and partake in the fantastic adventures it has to offer. The success of Camp Ahoy can be attributed to not only its exciting itinerary, but also to its dedicated and passionate team of camp counselors. As the summer draws to a close, the campers at Camp Ahoy will return home with hearts full of cherished memories and new friendships forged. The camp's impact on the children's lives extends far beyond the summer months, leaving them with a profound sense of adventure, camaraderie, and the joy of exploration. Parents and children alike are already eagerly looking forward to next year's Camp Ahoy, anticipating the new adventures, themes, and opportunities to create everlasting memories in the sunny and welcoming city of Lancaster. This has been Jacobo Garrido reporting for L28 News.
Well, that looked like a lot of fun. What were some of your favorite moments?
I think some of my favorite moments were, for one, seeing the kids sing the Camp Ahoy theme song. That was really cool because they were like all in unison and they were all like on the same vibe. And then also just seeing the kids interact with each other. They were dancing, they were playing basketball. I saw some of the basketball games were kind of getting heated, you know, so it was really cool just to see the kids interact with the counselors as well. So all around, it was really fun. Earlier this year, L28 brought you its first iteration of top tourist destinations here in the city. And what better way to celebrate this year's summer season than by bringing you round 2 of our top picked destinations in Lancaster. We'll be giving you a closer look at our city's very own desert oasis, Apollo Park, one of Lancaster's premier nature educational centers, the prime desert woodland preserve, as well as one of the most iconic filming locations in all of the Antelope Valley, the famous Kill Bill Church. One of the best ways to refresh and reset your mind from the constant hustle and bustle of our daily lives is to slow down and appreciate the natural beauty that our diverse local ecosystems provide. And if you're looking for a new peaceful family getaway that is relatively close to home, then look no further than to Apollo Community Regional Park, as it is one of the best outdoor family experiences the city of Lancaster has to offer. From its beautifully unique, stunning lakeside views to the abundant wildlife that calls the park home, Apollo Park serves as the perfect retreat for anyone looking to indulge themselves into nature. Originally named in honor of Apollo 11 astronauts that took flight back in 1972, this 54-acre park lies adjacent to the Fox Airfield and features 3 different man-made lakes, being continually stocked throughout the year with farmed trout. The park has become a hotspot for recreational fishing. We'll now head to Apollo Park, where I got the chance to speak with a local fisherman about his experience and some of his favorite amenities that the park offers.
It's family friendly. Come on out, enjoy some fishing. There's a bunch of parks that kids can come to. If not parks, then you can go jogging. Bring your dogs out. You know, my favorite when I come alone is fishing. Anytime someone says fishing, I'm the first one to be there. So when I bring my family out, they're the ones that are usually playing on the park, and I stick here until they're done and want to go home. So my favorite part is the fishing. I wish they had more derbies. Every time they've had a derby, I either had to work or had some family event I had to be at. But yeah, definitely the parks have to have a lot more derbies and a lot more events. I believe if there's more events, more people would come out.
Our next location serves as one of the most beautiful natural ecosystems that Lancaster and the greater Antelope Valley area have to offer. The Prime Desert Woodland Preserve. Located on Avenue K8 and 35th Street West, the natural preserve has been active since its conception in October of 2001. It was originally proposed in 1985 by local residents in collaboration with the Lancaster City Council as a place for both locals and visitors alike to truly get in touch with and learn about the Antelope Valley's diverse desert ecosystems. At the Prime Desert Woodland Preserve, visitors get the chance to encounter the many different plants and animal species that call our valley home. The Museum of Art and History, or MOA as it's more commonly referred to, recently designed a new exhibit aimed at reaching greater audience engagement. Visitors who toured the indoor exhibit are greeted with a welcoming staff of park rangers who are happy to guide you through the different offerings of the center, such as its fauna, flora, geology, native peoples, and historical figures throughout the valley's history. Closing out our second iteration of top tourist destinations in Lancaster is one of the city's frequently overlooked Hollywood filming locations, the famous Kill Bill Church. From its picturesque mountain ranges, arid desert landscapes, to its endless sea of Joshua trees, the scenery of Lancaster has been the backdrop for many popular Hollywood films, television shows, and commercials. One of the most unique filming locations in the city's history is just a 30-minute drive from downtown, the Lonely Sanctuary Adventist Church, which attracts movie lovers and die-hard fans alike since its feature in Quentin Tarantino's Kill Bill Volume 1 and Volume 2. Located on the junction of Avenue G and 198th Street East, the Lonely Sanctuary Adventist Church sits quietly in what seems like the middle of nowhere, with a single Joshua tree towering beside the building. This small Spanish-style church attributes its unique architecture to the 18th century Spanish missions that can be found throughout Southern California. By the early 2000s, the church would become a cult classic film location as it was casted as the Two Pines Wedding Chapel in the opening scene of Kill Bill Volume 1, which was originally released in theaters back in 2003. So if you're interested in visiting these one-of-a-kind landmarks throughout our city, don't just take my word for it. Find out for yourself why these are some of the most frequently visited and highly rated destinations here in Lancaster. When we return from the break, today's episode will be concluded with a look at Gonzalez Meat Market, a family-owned business that's been in our city for decades and recently opened their second location, as well as Buckle and Boots Barbecue and Watering Hole, the Boulevard's go-to spot for line dancing and live performances.
Thank you for tuning into L28. We'll be ending today's episode with a visit to Gonzalez Meat Market, a staple in Lancaster that's provided premium cuts of meat for many years, and Buckle and Boots Barbecue and Watering Hole, the Boulevard's country bar and live music venue. Whether you're cooking something fresh for dinner or firing up the grill for a summer season, there are only a few local butcher shops that come to mind. But if you haven't heard of the family-owned Gonzalez Meat Market, this is your sign to check them out for your next dinner or get-together. L28's Joseph Leo reports from Gonzalez Meat Market, a truly exceptional butcher shop and taqueria located at 43911 15th Street West. Here's Joe with more.
Glad to meet you right here in front of Gonzalez Meat Market.
Operated by family members Maria and Junior Gonzalez, Gonzalez Meat Market has been in business for 30 plus years.
Hey, this is something that started 30 years ago when my father opened his first business. And recently, the last 3 years, my brothers and I decided to open one in Palmdale. And this is the recent location a year ago here, 15th Street West. So definitely growing, and with the support of the community and the family and hard work, continue to do good things right here in the community.
With 3 locations, one in Palmdale and 2 here in Lancaster, the Gonzalez Meat Market provides its consumers with lots of variety. The market gives a strong sense of family, something you feel right away when you walk in.
Definitely, it's nice working here locally with our extended family, nephews, nieces, high schoolers working their first jobs with us, and it's definitely good working right here in the community.
From Hispanic to American cuts, the market offers USDA prime chuck roll, chicken steak, pork spare ribs, chorizo salvadoreño, and much more.
Definitely, we had a variety of cuts, Hispanic cuts, American cuts, carne asadas for grilling, chicken, steak, to seafood. Seafood, we have some ceviches, ready to go, aguachiles,
which is shrimp marinated in chile and lime. Also, Gonzalez's Meat Market offers fresh produce, from avocados and watermelons to ginger root, oranges, and onions. Gonzalez's Meat Market is not your typical butcher shop. Suitable for breakfast, perfect for work lunches, get a bite to go in their taqueria, or experience their classic signature chicharrones. Gonzalez Meat Market has all the ingredients to make Taco Tuesday every day. And for your upcoming barbecue, don't forget to try out their signature Santa Maria seasoning salt.
Thanks for the support. The last couple of years has been very hard, but we continue to work hard, grow.
Gonzalez Meat Market stands tall as a testament to 3 decades of hard work, hustle, and patience, upholding their cherished family tradition. This family-owned business continues to inspire with its unwavering commitment to serving the community and preserving its legacy through the generations.
Keep hustling and working hard.
In the heart of Lancaster, California, Joseph Fleo, L28 News.
Thank you, Joe. I'm definitely going to check them out for my next barbecue.
No, I have to agree. I want some of that chicharron.
Hey, that sounds good.
Looks good. Located on Lancaster Boulevard, Buckle and Boots Barbecue and Watering Hole has become the go-to destination for barbecue enthusiasts and country music fans alike. This unique establishment not only offers mouth-watering eats, but also provides a lively atmosphere with DJs spinning tunes from Wednesday to Saturday and live bands every Saturday night. For those who love dancing, Buckle and Boots provides the perfect opportunity to get up and get moving. Guests can learn various line dances to a variety of different song genres, making it exciting and interactive experience for everyone. The local watering hole is decorated with authentic street signs which maintain the downtown district's urban vibe, signs of street names that can be seen up and down Lancaster Boulevard. Beyond the street signs are signage from brands that are served at the bar, which add a rustic touch. Buckle and Boots barbecue menu, premium sides, pastas, salads, and much more ensure that there's something to satisfy every craving. With such a diverse selection, every visit to Buckle and Boots promises to be a delightful and memorable dining experience. To learn more about what Buckle and Boots has to offer the community, Angel Stephenson spoke with the management about what customers can expect when they walk through their doors, what some of their go-to menu options are, and how guests can plan a party over at Buckle and Boots. Let's roll the tape.
So, for community members who have never stepped foot through your doors before, what can they expect the first time they come here?
Well, they can absolutely expect a good time. We got good music, good vibes. The crowd is very energetic. They love their line dancing. The food is delicious. We got delicious drinks. And it's just a good time, good vibes. Everyone here to have fun.
Awesome. And so you mentioned good food, good vibes, good drinks. What are some of your go-to menu recommendations?
So for appetizers, we'll start there. My favorite appetizer is going to be the fried pickles. They're pickle spears versus the chips, so they're delicious with the jalapeno aioli sauce. And then for the main dish, you can either do brisket dinner, you can get a couple sides with it, or I like to do the pitmaster sandwich. You choose the meat with it, and you also get a side with that. A couple of my go-to drinks, Hey, I Know the Owner. It's a delicious whiskey drink. And then Dixie Berry lemonade, one of our definitely popular items, the Dixie Berry.
I'll have to check a couple of those out myself. And so I saw online that it's possible for people to plan events here, maybe plan a party. How can community members do that?
Okay, so as far as if you want to have like a reservation for the night, you can do that online, buckleandboots.com. There's a tab for reservations. Make a reservations for parties, larger parties. You can also contact the manager here if you want to do like a big party, big event. We've had bachelorette parties, we've had baby showers, celebrations here. So it just all depends on the size. And if you want something private, that's also available as well as contacting the manager.
And so for community members who want to stay up to date with all of the latest news from Buckle and Boots, where can they find that information?
Absolutely on buckleandboots.com and our social media websites as well, Buckle and Boots.
Whether you're a local or a traveler passing through Lancaster Boulevard, Buckle and Boots Barbecue and Watering Hole is a must-visit destination, offering not only scrumptious food, but also an engaging lineup of DJs, live bands, and line dancing lessons. Buckle and Boots is the ultimate fusion of great eats and an even greater vibe. To find out more about their menu, view upcoming events, or to see their lineup of bands, visit their website at buckleandboots.com. And to keep up with the latest news, give them a follow on their Instagram at buckleandbootsav.
So, Kobo, have you ever been to Buckle and Boots?
I actually haven't been to Buckle and Boots, but on one of the Thursday night markets, I've seen them doing line dances and like performing country music. So I've kind of like experienced the vibe, but I do want to check it out.
Yeah, nice. There's definitely, I mean, it's a community feel, right? So those members who go in and do the line dancing, you know, come out to the boulevard markets and they'll have fun outside as well. But it definitely is a whole different experience once you're inside. And I do recommend doing it. It's a lot of coordination that you have to have.
Yeah, I think before I actually go to Buckling Boots, I need to get myself a pair of boots and a hat just to fit in the crowd, you know, like be a part of the whole vibe. But yeah.
But show up as you are in case you don't do that.
Well, thank you for tuning in to the City of Lancaster's news. I'm Jacobo.
And I'm Brianna. And this has been
L28 News.